The JSE index traded higher at around 80,315 on Monday. This is after President Cyril Ramaphosa announced his new cabinet and confirmed that Enoch Godongwana would remain as the finance minister. Investors viewed the reappointment as a commitment to a prudent fiscal approach.
There is an element of certainty that the market was looking for. So if you look at the last few days, weeks, especially post the signature of the GNU, the markets were very, very, very skittish. Initially up, on the back of that signature in terms of the parties who are now form part of the GNU, but then the delays in announcing the cabinet, that caused the markets to be very nervous. We saw the sell-off on Thursday when reports started coming out, of the fractures within the GNU, with some other parties, threatening to walk away and not getting what they wanted. So we did see the rand, at about 1840 or so, with the equity market selling off about 1%, the same as the bond market. But by Friday, we recovered somewhat with some prospects that indeed the parties are finding each other, and with an imminent announcement of the cabinet, which has since come through last night.
David Masondo has also been retained as the deputy minister. However, in this new administration, another deputy finance minister, Asho Sarupen, has been appointed, who is from the DA. Chief economist at Efficient Group, Davi Rood, says retaining Godongwana is a very good decision.
The finance is a very important department. I would say finance, after the president himself, is probably the most important position in cabinet. The finance is where the buck stops, and that's quite often it's finance and treasury that stop many ministers that want to go on a spending spree in many instances. But also keep in mind that finance or then treasury is important for the biggest fund on the African continent, that's the PIC. And the Deputy Minister of Finance is mostly responsible for the PIC. And that will be really interesting to see who's going to take over that responsibility. Yeah. Will it be the ANC's deputy or will it be the DA's deputy?
Yeah.
Also, how will they work together, these two deputies? So like I said, this is a crucially important department.
Among the other changes made to cabinet is the Agriculture Ministry, now led by the Democratic Alliance's John Steenhuisen. The Agricultural Business Chamber of South Africa says the sector does not need a new policy direction. It says the Agriculture and Agro-Processing Master Plan provides guidance on how to drive the sector forward.
It could deliver us plus 15% improvement in the gross value added of the sector and also deliver jobs. We now sit with over 940,000 people in primary agriculture and around about just over 400,000 people in a value chain of the sector. And I think that we could be able to see more progress if we implement the master plan. But that master plan implementation has to be underscored by a range of things. On land reform, release the land that the government has said it will release, deal decisively, effectively with the animal disease challenge, because half of our agriculture economy is the animal diseases. And we know it very well as the wool industry that this is something that has been very difficult for some time and lead to blockages on exports.
The South African Chamber of Commerce, SACCI, hopes that the selection process looked into the capabilities of the candidates in terms of their ability to perform in alignment with the right values and culture. The Chamber says for the country to successfully and sustainably tackle the challenges of poverty, unemployment and inequality, it needs to move from a developing to a developed economy by ensuring that it delivers on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.